Yes, sir, and welcome back to another Dark and Darker mobile video. So, in this video, we're going to be doing a wizard guide for beginners, introduction to wizard for wizard players. And wizard is one of the more complicated or harder classes. They really don't pack as much of a punch as they used to, outside of very specific things. But I found the most success with fire mage, but that was back in like the old builds. As of right now, my wizard isn't really all the way leveled up. I don't have access to everything. I don't have access to all the perks. So in this video, we're running the acceleration spell with magic missiles, and then we're also running fireball with fire breath, and I'm pretty sure we're running fire mastery. We're just running fire mastery because we don't have access to the other passives, right? Cool. We actually get into a pretty crazy fight, you know what I mean, and we actually end up clutching up a solo, one of our first solo fights as a wizard on the newer builds, and we're just trying to get right to build a class that's more equipped to like solo for the hell mode outside of using the barbarian. The rogue is good, but most of the time you will take a long time fighting mobs in hell mode. It's really, you just get ganked really easy. So I want something that can probably deal with the mobs more effectively, which would necessarily be barbarian, but I really just do not want to play that class. Like I've already fell to the temptation, and it's just so good. It's just too too OP, man. I can't see myself continuing to play it. Wizard, on the other hand, is it's a fun, nice, fresh. It challenges your mechanics, man, because you're basically one tap. Like, it's almost like the rogue, but whereas the rogue, if they can close the distance on you, a rogue can pretty much get you right, especially if they have the double jump equipped. You're smooth. Wizard, on the other hand, doesn't have as much movement, but they do make up for it if you can mix the spells right. The acceleration spell, especially at the beginner stages when you don't have access to everything, is probably going to be your best friend, simply because that increased movement speed just gives you the ability to get in and out of engagements and also build distance and space, giving you the time to cast your spells, making sure you're able to pull down that sustain damage, right? The thing with wizard is managing the willpower, especially if you don't have a lot of willpower potions, and even if you do have a lot of willpower potions, or you could build your equipment around willpower recovery, stuff like that, just on different pieces of equipment. That's a little bit, like I said, very specific builds are a little bit different to get into. You can do a little something. It's really easy, but we're probably gonna do that for the next video because I'm about to hop on some more wizard. But it was like I had this game, had a few games leveling them up. Well, I think this is like one of my first few games. I used like an XP thing to kind of get them close to level 10, but this was like my first or second game as like playing the actual wizard. And this was really nice, so I felt like we should cover it, especially because I see a lot of people deciding like what classes they should get into, and I feel like I want to see a little bit more wizard action. I do kind of want to see a few more wizards. I see a lot of rogues and barbs. I will really like to see more priests, clerics, wizards, and so I feel like that's probably what I'm going to lean into for my next few videos. Probably going to play a lot of hard wizard, a lot of hard cleric. All right, so right here, right, I loot and I check the map. I see there's only 2 things, so I immediately look down. Boom, we catch this guy, right? This is the opening. I ran down on some magic missiles. I could have literally shot him with some more, considering he literally just kept opening. But here's the thing, bro, egoed it. I'm really not understanding why bro just, he egoed the magic missiles. But I guess it was because right here, his teammates come. So boom, I see the rogue, with the little crouch walk. Boom, I decided to hit the rogue. I get a lucky little headshot. I decided to give him some magic missiles. This is where I was talking about using acceleration is going to be your best friend, because if I didn't have acceleration right there, I was absolutely dead. I've already, I'm using the fireball, but since I already got a lot of damage on that guy, he goes down. I'm using the fireball for space. I separate him. These 2 guys jump over. It's crazy. And guess what? You see right there, this is the thing I was talking about, using the movement mechanics, knowing how to bunny hop and carry your momentum, and not just get stuck, and also just being able to use that to get out of the way of attacks and things like that. It buys you the time to do things like this right here. If I didn't know how to bunny hop, I was dead. Dude he would have out damaged me. There's just no way I was gonna beat him in an up close encounter. Everything that you can melee with the wizard, I always think of melee as a last resort when it comes to the wizard, right? It's something you can do, but it is probably your worst strength. Every other class excels at it more than you, so it is not something that you necessarily want to rely on, especially when you haven't dealt damage, or you haven't dealt enough damage, or you're outnumbered. You never want to see right here. It would have been pretty good, but I didn't want to risk it. I really wasn't sure, you know, what his health was looking like, but considering after I hit him with the magic missiles, it was pretty much time to go. But also right there, they outspeeding me. It's not really much I can do. So boom, I just start chasing him. I'm chasing him, and I'm chasing him down. I'm trying to get that hit in, and it's just not like, it's not like it wasn't in my favor. It's literally just not in my favor right now. He's gone. Like, rogues are stupid fast in comparison to you. This is with the acceleration casted. No, I don't know. Actually, my acceleration isn't on. This is just my willpower for my potion. No, I'm pretty sure it's acceleration. Yeah. He's outpacing me with acceleration. Right here, the thing with rogues is once you get them damaged, you just kind of have to wait until they run into a door. Once they run into the door, it's pretty much GG's. It's like, you know, boom, and that's it right there. The whole thing about that was using movement to survive and knowing how to use your kit to its best. I know right there, close range combat was not, you know, going to work for me, especially dealing with multiple people who were faster than me and are able to out DPS me. The only thing that I could have done in that situation was create space. A lot of people would be like, oh man, I'd have hightailed, I'd have got up out of there, whatever. At the end of the day, it's only hard mode. Hard mode in Nightmare is pretty much practically just used elusively to practice PvP. You really get nothing else out of Nightmare and hard mode except for good practice at PvP. Even you notice the thing with this kit, this is a support kit. Like, have a gray hat on. You're one shot, 2 at best. Literally. Had the barb been any better, that probably wouldn't have played out well. Not even gonna lie to you. Sometimes it's always a combination of a little bit of luck and using your own skills and a little bit of them not playing how they should. It also really didn't help that the barb was in full support, so he probably wouldn't have done much damage. Let me not lie, he would have one-shot me with that explosives. It's happened so many times today. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But hopefully, you know, that guys gave you a little bit of a beginner's, like, you know, move into, you know, playing with wizard. If you're just like picking them up, not, you know, just trying to level them up, get them there, you know, having a little fun, just getting a little, here you go. We got a little bit something more serious coming, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Never.